Hey Internet, welcome to week 5. The date is 25 August 2021, and I want to ask you a question. Are you making the right comparisons? You know, we tend to compare a lot, but are we making the right ones? I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on. But first, my name is Vinny. This is Living for All the Marbles, and if you're interested in what we're doing here, which basically is for me to hold myself accountable to live the vision for my life, to provide a legacy for my grandchildren so they can kind of see how I think about things, and to provide some inspiration and encouragement for all of you out there, then I would encourage you to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things that keep Google and Facebook and YouTube and everybody happy, and join us on this journey. So first, let's talk a little bit about comparisons. We compare ourselves to others a lot. We compare ourselves in our physical stature, in our weight, in our looks, in our money, our houses, our cars, all that stuff. And it was really something interesting to me. I heard Jordan Peterson. If you don't know him, he's a psychologist from Canada. And the interesting thing, or maybe he's a psychiatrist, one of those, from Canada. But he was talking on the program Valuetainment, and they talked about comparisons where they asked him kind of a question of, if you see somebody, they got a really nice car and they have a really nice life, and you want to imitate that life, how do you mentally do that? And I thought it was interesting that he drilled down into the basics before that decision, and that is, make sure you're comparing, the right things. Because that individual, for instance, may be running down the road at 100 miles an hour with the top down, looking like he's having a great time in his Porsche, and may actually be thinking about, where's the next concrete abutment that I can wrap this car around because I'm sick of my life. We never know what other people are going through. We never know the struggles that they took to get where they are. Some people are successful quickly. Some people it takes a long time. Some people monetarily never make the really big bucks, but they still live really good lives. Now, as you know, I'm a vision kind of guy, because I'm affiliated with a thing called Life on Air, and I believe in writing a vision for your life, but the vision for my life is what I want my life to be. Not necessarily every piece that's already in place for my life, though some of them are in place. And so the idea here is that you want to really focus on what's important, and what's most important is not what somebody else has or somebody else has done or somebody else has achieved. It's really about, where am I, where are you in line with the vision for our lives today, as opposed to where we were yesterday. Because that's the only comparison you actually have control of. Because all the other information, all the other data are unavailable. You don't know how hard people work. You don't know how their home lives are. You don't know how their work lives are. You don't know a lot of things. And so the key is to compare you with you. There's an interesting video that Matthew McConaughey did when he was talking about, I compare myself to me 10 years from now. He says, I'll never catch me, but that's who I'm pursuing. And I would encourage you, pursue that vision for your life by comparing you with you every day, and make something better every day. Makes it a lot more fun to get up in the morning, even if you only see one thing, because you know you're moving forward. Okay, as I said, this is livingforallthemarbles.com, and one of the things that I need to do is follow my own vision. So if you've never seen us before, you can go on our YouTube page and see the introductory video that tells you what all this is about. But this is the well-lived life, or excuse me, the bright future. And that is 857 marbles in total. We are only on week 5. So they're transferred into the well-lived life, or the well-lived past. And we're going to talk about this week. This week, a little challenge with time management. I don't know about you, but I rebel against myself sometimes. I tell me that I can't tell me what to do. I make a schedule, and then I go, no, I'll do what I want to do. So it takes some discipline sometimes, but other times it may be that that's just not the way you're made to work. Set yourself maybe 3 goals for the day, rank order them, and then try and work on it. Now, there's a lot of systems that teach you how to manage your time. There are systems that are done in calendar style. There's the 7 habits. There's the 12 habits, which is a follow-on. There's a number of books and things on how to organize yourself. What I would say is, do what works for you. There is no right way. If it doesn't work, it's not the right way. So start simple. Pick 3 things, because I think that's what I'm going to do now for the next week or 2 and see how that works. So the other thing is I had a brief bout of AFib this week that slowed me down a little bit, knocked me off for about 10 hours before it normalized on its own. And then you heard me mention a friend a few weeks ago that had retired. Oh, excuse me. That had retired, and he's now living in Florida. And one of the things that I wanted to do, I was able to present him with a coin, but I wanted to kind of make something for him. So I'm making a plaque, and I'm going to put a picture of it in here. It's just a welcome plaque for his home, and I wanted to wood burn it, so I got everything drafted and I got the burning done, and so now we're getting ready for the final sanding. I'm going to put a couple of 3D decorations on it, and then it'll be on its way. But I'll show that to you because that took some hours of my time this week. And then the other thing is helping my wife with an autumn craft that she did, which I think is going to look awesome. I'll show you a picture of that. She antiqued the board. I routed it out and then burned, and she's going to be doing some other finishing touches on it and putting leaves, different colored leaves, wooden leaves, all over it. And I think it's really going to look phenomenal. But I'll show you a picture of that. And then you'll get a chance to see both of them, obviously when they're done. So again, I appreciate you being with me this week. Remember, Living for All the Marbles on YouTube and Facebook if you want to understand more of what this is about. And I want to remind you, always live intentionally and finish strong. God bless. I'll see you all next week.